Good morning, this is Dan. Welcome to Geist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the water sign Tarotscopes video for the month of October. So hello Libra season. This is going to be for Scorpio first, then Pisces, then Cancer. We're working our way around the zodiac. So this is for anybody with sun, moon, or rising in any of those three signs, or if you have heavily placed planets in those signs. And I would consider heavily placed any three or more in one sign. You're going to have like a sort of an overall influence of this reading, right? These are broad spectrum readings, so keep that in mind. Take what you need and leave the rest. Check out my daily forecast on the channel. In the drop down menu under those as all of my contact information. I don't necessarily include it in the monthlies. And I've switched decks because I've changed my camera configuration due to the fact that I got a new computer because my other computer died. And so we're working with the flat desk camera right now until I can figure out a different solution. So just bear with me. But this is we're going to start with Scorpio, see what Scorpio needs to know for October. And actually, I believe that's the second half of October is Scorpio's season. So, and then we'll go into Pisces and then Cancer. Okay, feel free to leave a question or comment and always hit the thumbs up button. It helps me share these videos with anybody that you think could use it. And let's get into this. What does Scorpio need to know? Hey, Natalie Brown, how are you, dear? Okay. All right, for the center for Scorpio, we've got the Magician. We've got the Judgment card. Okay, Scorpio, Jesus. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Fool. Four of Swords. All right, so right out of the gate, what I want to say is this should be a dynamic month, a month of changes. It's changes that I feel like have been kind of going on for a while now. Scorpio's maybe been avoiding them or putting them off, but now is the time to make that move, right? The Magician in the center indicates like creative energy, definitely impactful. The focus will be on Scorpio this month for themselves. Maybe it's due to the fact that the second half of the month is going to be your season. But this is about what do we want in our life and how are we going to go about getting it. The Judgment card to me, you have three major arcana out of 5 cards, so this should be a very significant month. But the Judgment card is about sort of answering the call, right? Rising up, being spiritually sort of challenged or driven towards making that happen. I also believe that this is Scorpio energy. This card represents Scorpio energy. So I like that this is in your foundation, but there's a stronger, to me, this says that there's a stronger spiritual desire that might be driving us right now to create the things that we need in the month of October. And in doing that, we are setting ourselves up, I feel like, for success, right? But I also feel like we want to be careful because with that Eight of Cups in the spirit space, it says to me that something, I don't know, there's something that's been more taxing than Scorpio wants to admit, right? There's been something that's been weighing a little bit heavy on our hearts, on our minds, whatever that might be, that you're not necessarily wanting to admit to yourself. I think this is the month where we sort of come to terms with that, face that, sit with that. And then the reason why I say that is this Four of Swords indicates an opportunity this month or throughout the month to kind of go inward, to kind of clear our mind, stabilize our thoughts, get our perceptions straight. What that's going to do is it's going to empower this Magician card in the center to be creating from a place that's very dynamic, that is very much clear, concise, ready for anything. Does that make sense? And we're going to make it happen. There's new doors being opened as we are moving away from the old things that no longer bring us like the emotional connection that we used to maybe receive from them, right? So don't be surprised if you find yourself walking away from things, changes taking place. These changes are required. And Scorpio knows this, right? Scorpio, good morning, Lisa. Scorpio knows that these changes are required. You have been hearing this call for some time, right? You've been hearing this desire or this drive within you that's been telling you, you got to do this, whatever it might be. Each one of you, it might be something different, but it says to me that the voice, the intuitional voice, or the idea in our mind has been there for a while, and it's been calling out. And so we're finally maybe answering the call this month, but to do so, we may have to make some hard emotional decisions, maybe make some departures or some disconnections in a way that saves us rather than supports others, right? And that's okay. Now, what we've got on the outside influences, we've got the Four of Swords, which would indicate meditation, clearing one's mind, spending time alone, uh, really sort of understanding who we are and what we want, finding new ways of maybe potentially communicating that, not necessarily placing anybody in front of ourselves this month. That would also be the number one energy of the magician, is that the focus is on Scorpio this month. Go for it, make it happen. There's also a definite connection between the physical and the spiritual with the magician too, which I like that. So we should be extremely creative, full of ideas and opportunities, but to really make them successful or make them happen, we need the clarity that the Four of Swords represents. We need to take that time for ourselves. We need to shut out the rest of the world and listen to our own internal thoughts, our own communicate with that energy, and allow that, those thoughts to sort of be our guide and bring us clarity, so that what we are creating from a place of intention, right? And that would definitely be magician energy too. The judgment card down here in the foundation says this is no small feat. Whatever it is that's pushing us, it might be more ephemeral or harder to put a finger on, but it's definitely driving us from a place of spirit, from a depth from which, we cannot deny. Does that make sense? So again, I feel like similar to the air signs, which I did earlier, one of the signs, who was it? It wasn't Gemini, it was Aquarius. I think they had the Wheel of Fortune down here. To me, this feels rather spiritual, like similar to the Wheel of Fortune, where this could be something that's positioning us in a place where we need to be rather than where we want to be. And what I mean by need is I mean like we need to be in this position so that we can create, learn, understand our skills, understand and appreciate who we are and what we're worth. All of that sort of is going on here, but we can't be sacrificing our own emotions in the process to be and have that at the same time. Does that make sense? Now, the other outside influence is the Fool, and to me, this is about new beginnings, new opportunities, looking at things with an open mind, and again, opening up that mind. We need to clear out those thoughts and stabilize where we're at and understand who we are, where we're at, how we act, why we react, all of that sort of stuff, so that we can go into this new experience with an open mind, full of hope, full of opportunity, and see those opportunities as they come, right? So I love this because there could be us walking away from very old things and walking towards very new things, but those new things have a much bigger impact, a much larger hope around them, bigger opportunity. All of that is here in this Fool card. Be prepared, Scorpio. We are creating everything that we're doing and focusing on. Hence why we see that Four of Swords. It's like a reminder. Where are your thoughts at? What are you communicating to the world? What are you putting out to the world? Ultimately, with the Magician in the center, I believe it will be a strong message or a strong desire to feel connected, to create, to do what we want first and foremost. And that's the most important thing. We may have to sacrifice some stuff, though, in the process to achieve that. But is it really a sacrifice when we're able to sort of, give ourselves exactly what we need spiritually? I get this feeling that the Eight of Cups is us not being able to be, I don't know, available, or we may not be able to be sort of the caretakers that we've been for others this month. And that's okay. But you need to understand that that's okay too, Scorpio, right? You need to come to terms with that and really embrace that idea of sometimes I need to sort of take care of me first. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? And create from that space. Now let's look at the potential outcome card. It is the Queen of Cups, which to me, she is very much Scorpio energy. She's cups upon cups. So we're ending out feeling emotionally well, feeling complete, feeling like we trusted our intuition. We did what we were supposed to do. We did the damn thing, and we're able to talk about it. Um, we've, I feel like we've arrived in a way by the month's end. We will be midpoint Scorpio season, so that's probably why we're seeing the Queen of Cups. We'll feel very much at ease, empowered, connected to ourselves emotionally. In a place of authority or power, ideally at the end of October, and very much in tune and trusting our intuition and our emotions as our guide, allowing those things to guide us, not necessarily engaging in things that deter us or confuse us or challenge us, right? The Queen of Cups is always compassionate and loving. So we should be able to find not only compassion for ourselves and love for ourselves, but also for that of others, feeling connected, feeling appreciative, feeling emotionally sort of sound to me, right? I feel like the work that we've been doing or the voice that we've been listening to that's been sort of propelling us forward, even through the challenging times, is finally sort of come home to roost in this Queen of Cups, right? That intuition, that voice that, other people maybe said, oh, are you sure you want to do that? Or no, I need you to do this for me. We listen to it in a way that has allowed us to arrive at where we need to be for ourselves, not for anyone else. And that ultimately is a good thing, right? When we benefit and take care of ourselves, we're better available and able to take care of others later down the line. Okay. So remember, there's also, I feel like, new opportunities that this Fool to me doesn't feel like it's just this month. I feel like this month kicks off some new journey, some new trip through the major arcana, so to speak, where don't be surprised if the transitions of October are something that we're dealing with in the months to follow, maybe quite possibly well into 2022, right? So don't be surprised about that. And that's kind of maybe, a little bit of what this spring cleaning of the Eight of Cups is in the spirit space. It's like, okay, let's get this stuff that, I don't know, triggers our buttons, or that is just that's hurting us rather than helping us. Let's get it out. Let's move away from it. Let's no longer be beleaguered by it. Okay. That is your Scorpio reading. I am now going to go into Pisces. Sorry that these are quick and dirty, but guys, the month got away from me. So let's see what's going on for Pisces. I'm going to try and it would be lovely if I could get these done this weekend. So that's why I'm up so early doing these. This is for anybody with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Pisces or heavily placed planets. I myself have 3 planets in Pisces. Come on, Pisces. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in the center. Interesting. Page of Swords in the foundation from the past. The World. Ooh, in our spirit space. Interesting. Outside influence is 6 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Ooh, get it, Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I don't feel like this is the most stellar reading for Pisces, but I do feel like this is a very nice reading for Pisces, if that makes any sense. 9 of Pentacles would indicate grounded, independence, having everything that we need, being truly self-supporting, making sure that we're okay this month, feeling like we could even be of service to others if we needed to be, right? But ultimately, we're sort of looking out for ourselves first and foremost, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. She has everything she needs, right? She's my Miss Independent card, right? But I love her in the center. She also oftentimes associates to me as Virgo energy because it's a single female there, and Virgo is the Virgin, and she is Earth sign. But she's also the epitome or the opposite element of water. So she's complementary to Pisces water nature. So I feel like we're strong, we're stable this month. We feel in control, we feel capable, we feel productive. All of those things would be represented in the Nine of Pentacles. Now, in the past, we've got the Page of Swords. This is new thought, new communication, the ability to learn, maybe a little bit of investigation, maybe sorting ourselves out a little bit, looking into like why we think the way we think, why we do what we do, communicating a little bit more clearly, maybe not necessarily communicating super successfully, but still giving it the good old college try. And putting that across, right? The fact that this is still in our foundation says to me that Pisces is still learning a few things along the way about how their thoughts work, how their communication affects maybe their day-to-day world or whatever it is that they experience, right? Now, up here in the spirit space, we have the world, which would be about assimilating all of the knowledge that we're gaining, not only from this experience in the past, but also what we're gaining as we move forward. And the celebration of sort of feeling self-sufficient, feeling in control. I feel like, Pisces sometimes get a bad rap because we're told that we're overly emotional or whatever. This is not the month for that. This feels really good. And the reason why I say that is because we have cups on either side of us, which is the emotions, which is our wheelhouse big time, but they're beneficial. They're loving, they're kind, they're pleasant, right? Nine of Cups would be about, the wishes and dreams sort of fulfilled card, right? So opportunities to feel good, to connect. We also have connecting with the Six of Cups, which is about family, nostalgia, memories, right? Things that like we look back upon fondly. So to me, when I'm looking at all of this, it feels very nice. We have a little bit of everything, except I don't think we have any fire. But that's okay. Let's see what the outcome is. But I feel like we're open to new thought and communication, or we have been in the past. We've definitely expressed that, and it's led us to a place where we feel good, damn it, and like enjoy it. And from doing that and being in that stable place, the emotionality of the outside influences, whatever's coming at us, should be connected, feel whole, be lovely. We should be able to easily embrace it. It doesn't feel like there's any big challenges or anything that's going to push us in a way that feels uncomfortable to me in the month of October. This feels really beautiful. And there's some sort of graduation that's happening. There's some sort of assimilation of knowledge, some sort of like chapter that's maybe ending so that a new one may begin at a spiritual level that we need to acknowledge through this world card, right? So let's look at the outcome. The outcome is the Knight of Cups. Again, Cups energy, which I'm not bothered by that as the outcome. The Knight of Cups can be a very romantic card, very much a compassion card, very much being of service, loving on others, putting out a really honest and good intentioned version of ourselves. Sometimes the Knight of Cups can represent another water sign, i.e. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that it might be coming into our life by the end of the month. But it doesn't necessarily have to indicate that. This could very much be my Pisces ready, feeling good and ready to move forward into the month of November, really understanding who they are and appreciating that, right? And being able to sort of put that on display and not only but like lead with that in a way, right? We're not necessarily hiding who we are or how we are. We understand the strength of what we've got and how we've gotten there. And we also understand the beauty of our emotional aspects of ourselves, right? So we allow that to carry us into November in a way that is loving, kind, and compassionate, not only to ourselves, but to others. So I really like this reading for Pisces. I feel like there's an opportunity here to embrace ourselves and everything that's going on around us in a very loving and kind way, still keeping our thoughts and our communications clear and learning all the while how to better do that so that it serves us in a very productive, practical way. I hope that makes sense. So that is your Pisces reading. I really like this. Doesn't feel like it's the most impactful, you know, big changes month. It feels like this is about a month of feeling settled, but also settling something at a deeper level. Like this world would indicate closing a chapter. This is your only major arcana here, but it's in the spirit space. So something feels like it's come full circle, that it's come home. And I love that. And I think that with the two cups cards on either side being so beneficial, it's like, you know, the environment wants to meet us where we're at, Pisces. So allow it, right? Allow it to kind of bless us. All right, so let's get into Cancer. And this is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer, or heavily placed planets. Speaking of which, I have now 3 Cancers in the house. Bodhi is a Cancer, Cupid is a Cancer, and so is Cora. So lots of Cancerian energy in this household at this time. So Cancer kicks off with 5 of Wands. Ya moody bitches. Just kidding. 2 of Cups. I love that as your foundation. Justice. Oh shit, Cancer. Okay, you ain't playing, are you? King of Cups. Ace of Swords. All right. So my Cancers, y'all are challenged. Let's just say that, right? Five of Wands in the center indicates turmoil, conflict, opposing opinions, fighting for one's beliefs, that sort of a thing, right? And Cancer's not necessarily shy of doing that, right? You guys are okay with defending yourselves. I'm not worried about that at all. But this does feel like discord at your center, not necessarily feeling connected or being able to relate to the world around you in an easeful way. What I do love is the 2 of Cups is your foundation. There was a period where you did feel more connected, where you did feel honored or loved or embraced in such a way. And this is sort of very much, you know, your wheelhouse, your energy. It is a water sign element, right? This is what's driving us, is to get back to this place of feeling like on the same page with maybe life in general, or maybe with a significant other, or with our friendships. Whatever this is, I like that this is in the foundation, because this is what, not only what we had in the past, but the memory of that is what's driving us towards ironing out whatever difficulties we're facing in the month of October, right? Wands energy tends to be dynamic, tends to be quick, and tends to be a bit assertive, or, you know, split-second decision making. So just keep that in mind. There could be like a few things flying at my Cancers that you guys are in resistance to, that you're fighting against, that you don't necessarily want to deal with. Might be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but let it happen, because it's going to get you to this, ideally to this better place, right? Now, with the sort of chaotic nature in the center here, Justice sits atop you. And we saw that Justice a lot in this last month's readings, right? This card keeps showing up. And it's funny, somebody, I think it was Mary, was saying she was babysitting a kid named Justice. And then the other day I went to the hair store, no, I wouldn't call it a salon, but to the barber. And I was sitting there, and the person before me getting their haircut was a young boy, and his name was Justice. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So Justice keeps like showing up, this word at least. But this is Libran energy, right? But Justice is major arcana. It's interesting that, again, this is the only major that you have, similar to the Pisces reading. There was only a major in the spirit space, right? This is about rights being wronged, or sorry, wrongs being righted. This is about whatever this might be. In the end, it will all come out in the wash, right? In the end, the truth comes out. We will be vindicated, Cancer, or we will be seen correctly, understood, or heard, even if we feel like we're struggling against being heard right now or throughout the majority of October. And the reason why I say that is because we have the clarity of the Ace of Swords on one side and we have the beauty of the King of Cups on the other side. So the outside influences to me feel very beneficial to my Cancers, right? The King of Cups is very much a loving, compassionate energy. It can also indicate another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or another Cancer. But if not, this could be situationally, this could be just kind, loving, caring, emotional situations that want to carry us through, but carry us through in a way that's strong, right? That's authoritative, that's capable, right? Versus like it being a little bit, messy or overly emotional and not serving us. This to me feels like it will serve us and it will communicate to us in a way that we understand, right? We have this Two of Cups down here as the foundation. So allow that to come in and to communicate that to us, even amidst the chaos. The Ace of Swords, to me, aces always represent that new beginning, right? But in some ways, this is almost like a way to cut through the bullshit of whatever this is. Does that make sense? Because we have this profound sword kind of coming through in celebration, a new perspective, a new communication, a new way of thought, right? So be open to that. It also keys into the Libran energy of the Justice card. This feels like a big boom, like that happens in the month of October that brings about, it's the clarity of this Ace of Swords that probably brings about the justice that this card represents, the things going back into balance, right? Whatever's out of balance right now for my Cancers, ideally we're going to get back there, but we need to be more analytical, practical, looking at things from all sides, not necessarily just emotionally, right? Not allowing our emotions to lead, but allowing them to be present. But I do feel like with Libra, with the Libran energy of justice in the spirit space, your spirit is saying, okay, let's look at this practically. Let's look at all the details. Let's be very careful about, how we perceive this, how we carry this in our space, because it can affect you, right? It can affect you emotionally, and that effect can, throw your energy out of whack. And we don't want that, right? And right now, like there's a whole lot of people getting whacked in the center of the Cancer reading. I mean, they're all fighting with sticks. So somebody's always the victor in this five, and the Five of Wands, remember too, is always transitory. Like it's always changing. It's never going to stay stagnant or static. But I feel like the environment is trying to help you. Your thoughts, new perceptions, new ways of seeing things or communicating things could come to you or present themselves to you. So take advantage of that. And also, there could be emotional support coming to you, or at least situations that emotionally you can connect to and understand and excel at. So go for those too. And allow those things. I love that the Two of Cups is your driving force. It's one of the most beautiful cards of the deck. I would say probably, I find it more romantic than the Lovers. I don't think that romance, some of you Cancers, romance might be driving you, or romance from the past. But to me, this is just about being connected to the world in a way that feels meaningful for my Cancers. And there was a period in the past where that you had that and it was healing, right? And right now you may not feel that, but you need to get back to that, or that's what you're seeking, what you're trying to find. You will get there. It's just a matter of time and working it out, and listening to sort of the more analytical thoughts that are going on in your mind. Okay. The outcome for this month is the Ace of Pentacles. Not mad at that. This is an opportunity for a new beginning. We have two aces here. So imagine things turning over this month, changing in ways that could be unexpected or coming out of nowhere. Ace of Pentacles would indicate, because it's Pentacles, our material life changing in some way, shape, or form. If there's potentially a move or a new home, new furnishings, new, a desire to decorate by month's end, that would be the Ace of Pentacles. A new perception or lease on life, how we connect to our world. We should feel more grounded with that being the Pentacles card, and there should be new opportunities for us to see very clearly going into November. So take advantage of those opportunities and enjoy them, Cancer. All right, that is your forecast for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share out this video and hit the thumbs up button. I look forward to seeing you guys next month. Thank you so much and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.